ඔයා ඇවිල්ලාද ඉන්නේ? ඩිෂාත්
සර්
ඔයා සම්බන්ධලා නේද ඉන්නේ?
ඔව් සර් මං තාම ડોක්ටර් ගාව මොකද කරමු සර්
නෑ නෑ
ඔව්
මේ
මං සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්නේ
ආ
මේ හැබැයි ડોක්ටර් ගාව ඉන්නේ සර් ස්පීච් එක මොකද
නෑ කමන්නේ මේ ඔයාට අර YouTube එක දාන එකත් ඔයා චෙක් කරාද? මට ඔයාව ඇහෙන්නේ නෑ මේ කමක් නෑ එම කලබලයක් නෑ මේ ඔයාට හිමීට කලබ වෙලා තියෙන ලාගේ YouTube එකත් පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න.
ඔව් සර් මේ අර අනිත් ඊමේල් එකට
අනේ
වෙරිෆිකේෂන් කෝඩ් එක එන්නේ
වෙරිෆිකේෂන් කෝඩ් එක
මගේ සර්
ඔව් මේ ඔයාට පස්සේ ෆ්‍රී වෙලාවක අදම නෙමෙයි අර YouTube එකත් පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. එතකොට ඔයාට ඒකත් අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
हाँ सर मैं विमरी කරන්නම් සර්
ඒ ડોක්ටර් ගාවට කාට සෙනග නැත්තේ?
අපේ පොඩි එක්කෙනාට එක්සිමා එකක් ආව රත්නපුර ගිහිල්ලා ඒක ස්පොයිල් වෙනවා මේ ඒ නිසා ආවේ සර් මං ජොයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේද සර් එහෙනම්
ඕන්නේ ඔයා මට හොස් මාරු කරලා යන්න.
හොස්ට් පාරු කරන්න ඕනේ
ආ.
සර්ගේ හොස්ට් එක තියෙන්නේ නේ නැද්ද
මගේ එක කෝස්ට් කියලා මගේද හොස් තියෙන්නේ ආයෙ නම් හරි.
හරි
ඔව්
නේද
මට හොස් තියෙන්නේ හරි.
මං ලීව් වෙන්නම් සර් එහෙනම්
හරි ඔයා ලිව් වෙන්න.
thank you sir
අනිත් අයට මාව ඇහෙනවද?
Yes, sir.
ඔව් අපි ඕගොල්ලන්ට දේශන මාලාවම හැමදාම 8 ඉඳන් 9 වෙනකන් ගේන්න බලාපොරොත්තු තියෙන්නේ. බදාදා විතරක් 7 ඉඳන් 8 වෙනකන් කරන්න අපිට අර චයිල්ඩ් කෑර් එකේ දේශන යන ඉඳන්. අර අපේ දැන් දිල්ෂාද් මිස් කරනවා වගේ අපේ අර කවුද අනිත් එක්කන කරනවා වගේ ඕගොල්ලන්ටත් පුළුවන් දේශනේ පටන් ගන්නකොට පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරලා වෙල්කම් කරලා පටන් ගන්න. ඒක නැත්නම් මොඩරේටර් කෙනෙක් කියලා අපි කියන්නේ හොස්ට් කෙනෙක් කියලා. ඒ මෙතන ඕගොල්ලන්ගෙත් බය ඇරෙනවා. ඕගොල්ලෝ කට්ටිය වඳුර ගන්නවා. ඕගොල්ලොත් එනවනේ. එහෙම කරන්න කැමති නැද්ද කට්ටිය? මම එදා ෆෝම් එකකුත් දැම්මා. දැන් අපි ගිය පාරත් කරේ එහෙම ෆස්ට් විදියට වැඩ කරන අයට ඒගොල්ලෝ එහෙම 25ක් කරාට පස්සේ අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ට වෙනම අවෝඩ් එකක් දුන්නා. උත්සවයේ වලදී මේ ටෝක් ෂෝ හොස්ට් කියලා. සහතිකෙකුත් එක්ක. එහෙම ඒවා ඕගොල්ලන්ට වටිනවා. හැබැයි ඉතින් එතකොට තියෙන දේශනේ හැමදාම නෙමෙයි. ඒතර ඕගොල්ලන්ට සතියේ එක දවසක් හරි සත් දෙකකට එක දවසක් හරි හැමදාම අරගෙන ඒතර ඒ දේශනේ දැන් අපි අර ශානිකා මිස් කරන්නේ ක්ලාස් රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් එක යා කරන. එතකොට එයාට සතියේ එක දවසක් ඒ ලෙක්චර් එක කරනකොට එයා සම්බන්ධ වෙන. ඒතර එයා සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකත් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. මේ කරනවනේ. ඒවා බල කරන්නේව නෙමෙයි. ඕගොල්ලන්ට කැමති නම් එහෙම කරන්න. ඒතර ඒක ඕගොල්ලන්ට වටිනා අත්දැකීමක් වෙනවනේ.
ඔව් සර් එහෙම හොඳයි.
ඉතින් ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අපි අර ඇප්ලිකේෂන් එකක් දාලා තියෙනවනේ. ඒ ඇප්ලිකේෂන් එක ෆිල් කරලා දාන්න. නැත්තම් මේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකේ ඇති අපි වෙනම මේ දැන් ඔය ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් for capacity development in education කියලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ page එකේ මේ සේරම අපි දාන්නේ. ඒකේ ඇති එක තැනක moderator application කියලා. මට තප්පරයක් දෙන්න මම මෙයාට කතා කරලා බලන්න ඒ පරක්කු
සර්
කියලා.
එක්සන් ඩිසයිඩ් කෙනෙක්
පොඩ්ඩක් මට දෙන්න මේ මම එයාට පරක්කු වෙයි කියලා. අපි මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ සම්බන්ධ වෙනකම් පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරමු. ඕගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න අහන්නකෝ. මොකද්ද ඇක්සන්ට් රිසර්ච් එක ගැන ඇහුවේ?
ඒක sir group presentation ද නැත්නම් individual presentation ද sir?
හෙලෝ.
ඒක group presentation ද නැත්නම්
නෑ ඇක්සන්ට්
individual?
රිසර්ච් එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ තනි තනියම කරන්න ඕන එක. ඒකේ
අහහ.
ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එදා සිංහලෙන් කරනකොටත් කිව්වනේ මොකක් හරි කැමති මාතෘකාවක් ගැටලුවක් තෝරගන්න කියලා.
ඔව්. අර
ඔයගොල්ලෝ
තියන්නේ
දැන්
අර
ගැටලුවක් තෝරගත්තද?
10 subject මේ topics තියෙනවානේ අර flip classroom එහෙම ඒකෙන් නේද ගන්න ඕනේ.
ඔය මිස් කියන්නකෝ.
ඒකෙන් උඩ ගන්න ඕනේ ද sir ඒක
මට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ කියන එක.
පිටකින් sir.
සර් ඒකට ෆෝම් එකක් දෙනවයි කිව්ව නේද? ඒක දුන්නේ නෑ නේද?
මෙතන ගිහලා හරවන්න.
සර්
මට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියනේම ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ හරියටම.
දැන් එහෙනවද sir?
කියන්නකෝ මම දැන් ෆෝන් එක කනටම ගත්තා.
sir ඒකෙන් exam research එකේ තියන්නේ අර try to implement suitable teaching methods to day plan activities ඒකෙන් ද ගන්න ඕනේ.
නෑ නෑ එකක් තියෙන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට අර මේ සතිය හතරට වීක් ප්ලෑන් හතරක් හදන එකනේ. ඒක එකක්.
ඔව්. ඔව්.
ඒක එකක්. ඊට අමතරව ඔයගොල්ලන් අර විප්ලවමිස් එදා කරේ මොකක් කරේ ඔයගොල්ලන් පන්ති කාමරේ දෙන ගැටලුවක් අඳුරගෙන ඒ ගැටලුව කොහමද ඔයගොල්ලන් ඒ ගැටලුවට මැදිහත් වෙන්නේ කියන එක ලියන අර පොතක් විදිහට ලියන්න කිව්වේ ඒක තමයි ඇක්සන් රිසර්ච් එක. මම ඒකට අපි
වෙනම Zoom meeting එකක් දෙන්න නම් හරි
වෙනම
නේද
Zoom meeting එකක් එක කියලා දෙන්නම්. ඒක
ඔව්
කියලා
sir
දෙන්නම්.
thank you sir.
හරි. අනිත් අයට මොනවද තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න දැන් අපි කරන මේ වැඩසටහන සම්බන්ධව?
සර් එතකොට මේ ක්ලාස්රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් වල අපි එකද කරන්න ඕනේ මේ පැනල් ඩිස්කෂන්?
මිස් ආයත අහන්නකෝ යාප් එක.
ක්ලාස්රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් වලනේ අපි අර
ආයත
පැනල් ඩිස්කෂන් එක කළේ. ඒකේ අපි එකක්ද
ඔව්.
කරන්න ඕනේ එකක්ද අපි
නෑ
කරන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් ඒ
ඔයගොල්ලන්ට
අර
තියෙන්නේ
මේ
ඔයගොල්ලන්ට level 3 එකේ තියෙන subjects ටික ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අරගෙන පේනවනේ. එකක් තමයි classroom management. classroom management කියන එක
ඔව්.
subject එකක්. ඒතර classroom management කියන එක subject එකක්. accent research කියන තව subject එකක්. හරිනේ. එතකොට curriculum development කියන තව subject එකක්. ඒතර ඒ subjects තුන තමයි ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර class curriculum development එකට තමයි අර පත්මජා මහත්මිය දේශන කරන්නේ. ඒතර ඒ පත්මජා මහත්මිය කරන දේශන ටිකෙන් එයා එක එක සතියට සති සැලසුම් හදන හැටි කියලා දෙනවනේ. ක්‍රියාකාරකම් ගොඩනගන හැටි කියලා දෙනවනේ. එතකොට ඒකෙන් ඔගොල්ලෝ ඒ ටික එයා හැම සතියෙම කරන ඒකෙන් ඔගොල්ලෝ බලලා ඔගොල්ලන් එක සති මාසෙක සති 4කට සති 4ට ඉස්සෙල්ලා වීක් ප්ලෑන් හදන්න ඕනේ. ඒක සතියේ සංවර්ධනාංශ වලට මොනවද කරන ක්‍රියාකාරකම් කියලා. ඊළඟට ඩේ ප්ලෑන් හදන්න. ඒක එක විෂයක්. දෙවෙනි එක ක්ලාස්රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට්. ඒතර ක්ලාස්රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් එකේ දේශන 10ක් තියෙනවා. ඒතර මේ දේශන 10 අහලා ඒ අවසානයේදී ඔයගලන්ට විභාගයක් දෙන ඊට අමතරව ඔයගලන්ට ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් හෝම්වර්ක් එක තමයි අසයින්මන්ට් එක තමයි මේ දේශනේ එක දේශනේ මොනවද අන්තර්ගත වුනේ කියන එක ඔයගොල්ලන් කරන ගෲප් ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකකට ඉදිරිපත් කරන එක. දෙක.
එකයි.
නෑ නෑ ඒකේ එයාගේ
එක
දේශන 10ක් තියෙනවා. ඒ දේශන 10ට ඔයගොල්ලෝ 10ක් කරන්න ඕනේ. එදා ඔයගොල්ලන් එකක් කරේ
10ක් කරන්න ඕනේ.
ඔව් ඒ කියන්නේ එයා පාඩම් 10ක් කරනවා. ඒ පාඩම් 10ට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දෙන හෝම්වර්ක් එක තමයි ඒ 10 අන්තර්ගතය මොකක්ද කියලා බලලා අහලා ඒක සිංහලනොත් කරනවනේ. ඒ පාඩම්ම සිංහලනොත් කරනවා. ඒතර ඉංග්‍රීසි එකයි සිංහල එකයි දෙකම අහලා ඒකේ අන්තර්ගතය මොකක්ද කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ 4 දෙනෙක් එකතු වෙලා පැනල් ඩිස්කෂන් එකකට ඉදිරිපත් කරන එක. ඒක පැනල් ඩිස්කෂන් එක කරන එක ඊට පස්සේ විෂය මාලාව කරන එක තුන්වෙනි එක ඇක්සන් රිසර්ච් එක. ওই තුන තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ තියෙන ප්‍රධාන විෂයන් තුන. මේ විෂයන් තුනට අමතරව අර අපි කරපු පාඩම් වලින් පාර්ට් 1 එකේ කරපු පාඩම් වලින් පාඩම් දෙක ගානේ අරගෙන ඔයගලන්ට ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් කරන්න කිව්වා. ඒක වෙනම එකක්. ඒක ඔයගලන්ගේ ස්කිල්ස් ඒක බලන එක. ඔය හතර තමයි ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ.
අපි හිතන් හිටියේ අර ක්ලාස්රූම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් වල මේ පැනල් ඩිස්කෂන් එකයි කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා. 10ක් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා.
නෑ ඒ දැන් ඔයගලන්ට විෂයන් මේ පාඩම් 10ක් කරනවා. ඒතර මේ පාඩම් 10 මොනවද ඉගෙනුවේ කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැනගන්න එපානේ. ඒතර ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාඩම් 10 මොනවද ඉගෙන ගත්තේ කියන එක දැනගන්න තමයි ඔයගලන්ට ඒ ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේ සාරාංශයක් විදිහට ඔයගලන්ට ඉස්තර කරන්න. ඉස්සර අපි කිව්වේ අසයින්මන්ට් එකද ලියන්න කියලානේ. අසයින්මන්ට් එකද ලියන්න නැතුව ඒ පාඩමේ අන්තර්ගතය මොකක්ද කියලා 4 දෙනා බෙදාගෙන ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න කියලා කිව්වේ. වත්සල මට මේ ටකල රුපියල් 10 දෙන්න.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Hello. There is some technical on my laptop. I'm just working on it. 2 minutes, we'll be able to just catch up. Otherwise, I continue from my mobile.
Okay.
Hello.
මිස් පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න අද ඉදිරිපත් කරන කෙනා ආවද කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. මට මම වාහනේ යන ගමන් කතා කරන්න ඕගලන්ට. පොඩ්ඩක් රශ්මිතියාගේ ma'am good evening ma'am.
එවිලා නෑනේ sir තාම.
ඇවිල්ලා නේද සම්බන්ධලා රශ්මිතියාගේ ma'am good evening.
ඉන්නවා. මම ඉන්නවා.
දාන්න එතනද
රිචා
රශ්මිතියාගේ ma'am
මමුත් ඇවිල්ලා.
There is a little, I'm taking this call on my mobile, but I'm trying to get on my laptop. There is some technical issue. I'm just working on it. Otherwise, I'll start.
okay
Yes,
ma'am
yes.
give me 1 minute ma'am. I'll check with the Rashmitiyagi ma'am whether she has joined.
She also joined.
Yeah ඔන්නතරයි කඩේ Rashmitiyagi ma'am very sorry I sent the Zoom link to you earlier but due to the data issue the message has
No
not
problem,
gone to
sir.
you.
No problem at all. It's okay. Yes, sir.
Ma'am
Richa ma'am. Richa ma'am has joined.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. I have joined.
Yes.
You are joining, no problem.
My system, there is some. Otherwise,
We are waiting. We are waiting. No problem.
Do we have time?
Rashmitiyagi ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, our moderator today he has gone to meet the doctor. Then you welcome the ma'am the presenter. when we edit the program, we will add our part.
Okay, okay.
සුවේගානේ ආකද ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කාට හරි පුළුවන් ද පොඩ්ඩක් පටන් ගන්න වෙල්කම් කරලා අර මෙයා කරනවා වගේ වචන දෙක තුනක් කතා කරත් ඇති අපේ කාට හරි අපේ කාට හරි පුළුවන් ද වචන දෙකක් කතා කරලා පටන් ගන්න hello
Yes.
Rashmiti Agi ma'am can you hear me
Yes, sir. Very well. I can hear you very
ma'am
well.
ma'am can you introduce our host today our
Yes.
presenter
Yes, I will like to talk to her as I usually do. So she's not seen. She's not visible. Richa ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Now am I visible?
Yeah, you are
Yes.
visible. Okay. And actually, Richa Kumar ma'am is doing a great service to the education world. And today, Richa ma'am is there with the Association of Quality Education Sri Lanka, where many teachers from Sri Lanka, especially from the pre-primary, they are going to join, and later on the same session will be uploaded on the YouTube. And madam is going to give a very special session today because she is working for, differently abled children and many other such things, which I'm not so much conversant with. So I will request Richa ma'am to introduce herself and talk about her qualifications and what she's doing. Richa ma'am, please.
Namaste.
Namaskar.
Myself, as ma'am has said, I'm trying to fill in the ocean with little drops of my service to the education sector. Myself, I've done my MA in political science. I have just completed my PhD, notification waiting, but everything, all my Viva and everything is completed. My work is basically in this particular area, which is on early interventions, which helps reduce the problems in the developmental aspects of children, and also in the classrooms, the learning gaps that arises because of this factor. I've been working in this field specifically on this project from 2009. And
Okay.
we have given wonderful results. When I connect with my parents today and I see the development in the children, it gives me immense satisfaction that the path which I have chosen has given some solace, some happiness to people. Because as an educator, the most important aspect that we all have, developed in ourselves is to bring a change in the education sector, first by bringing a change in the mindset of the teachers, the students, the parents, and happiness all around. This happiness that we are able to give to the students is through our service and our work. My education has been in masters in psychotherapy and counseling. I have done my masters in education administration. Of course, I have done also my bachelor's in education. So being a learner who is always ready to learn more, and this doesn't end here, my research on this subject, which is the PMSD sensory garden, which is a layout which is used in the classrooms. And another educational tool that I have developed is called the ABLE worksheets, which is called application-based learning and evaluation. As a teacher, we impart a lot of things in the classroom, but imparting is not enough. Assessment also matters. So this is all from my side about me. And I
That's
would love to give back to you whatever I can. Thank you so
That's
much.
great. I am really thankful to you. And you are doing a great service to the education. And I want the people who are here, Kamal Goda sir. Kamal Goda sir is very busy these days because he is coming to India for a great conference. So now I will request you, madam, to start your, just share your PPT. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So I hope my screen is available to
I
everyone.
welcome you, and on behalf of everyone, the teachers from Sri Lanka, I thank you. And
Thank you so much.
wholeheartedly I welcome on behalf of these people. Maybe due to some reason they are not visible now. Please.
Fine, ma'am. No problem.
I
So I
salute
start.
you. Start it. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
I start my session. So
Yes.
basically the topic which we have taken is understanding and addressing developmental delays in children aged 3 to 9 years. We will be basically trying to give you an insight and on the interventions, which is basically to build mindful schools for thriving children. That will be our basic objective. And we would want that this aspect be understood by all of you. Building mindful schools where learning is not just about scores, but about unlocking every child's potential holistic. When we are working on this, what we are observing that why this discussion is important. All of you must be thinking that why this discussion is important for us. So to tell you, when we talk about the World Health Organization, nearly 15 to 25% of the children under the age 9 globally exhibit signs of developmental delays, many of which go unnoticed until they affect academic performance or social behavior. Developmental delay is a condition where a child does not reach the developmental milestones at the expected times in one or more domains. And what are these domains? The domains are motor skills, which is both the gross and the fine. The second is the speech and language. The third is the cognitive, the brain aspect, how the child responds, and the social and emotional develop, how he connects, how he reacts, how he gives response. This is where we need to understand that why it is important. Just giving you an example, that a 4-year-old child who cannot climb stairs or speak in a clear sentence may be showing sign of motor or speech delay. A 6-year-old struggling to follow instructions by the teachers or parents might be facing cognitive or comprehension issues, but they are left unaddressed. These early signs show effect in the deeper academics, behavioral, emotional challenges that we see in the classrooms. Now, for us, it is very important to understand that what is this crucial difference between the two? What is this developmental delay and what is this learning delay? Why? What is this? Why? Where is the problem? So when we look at this aspect, what do we see? We see that developmental delay
affects physical and cognitive growth, often observable through missed milestones. Like every child, we have seen a small child who is just born, 2 months, we see a difference in the child. 6 months, we see a difference in the child. And there's an age appropriate milestone that the child needs. He's moving the head, he's giving response, he's observing the things. At 2 years, the child, you're seeing that there is no sign whether he's actually seeing, whether he's actually recognizing, whether image is forming. We are not able to see those things. But when the child gives a small smile, when you are in front of him, you immediately observe, oh, there is a change. Then when you see the child shaking his head, you see him pushing and pulling him up or down. You see him turning, you see him crawling, you see him holding and standing. All these are called milestones. Now, when we are observing that those appropriate months and age, when we see that those changes are not coming, it's a sign to be checked, because that's a developmental delay. Then the learning delay. More subject specific, we have observed that there is trouble for children while they are reading, where there is maths. The terms are difficult for you, a lay person, it would be very difficult to understand what is dyslexia or dyscalculia. But of course, today, television, social media has brought a lot of awareness among the people. Even recently, the movie Sitare Zameen Pe or Tare Zameen Pe, both these movies, where you have seen that the child had the developmental delay, but the approach of the teacher made the change. But that developmental delay, if the right time, if would have been identified, the child or the family would not have suffered. That's what's my point, and where is the solution to what you all as teachers are facing in the classrooms. So this, both developmental delay as well as learning, is actually, it is interconnected. We cannot say that they are two different things. If one thing is there, slowly it will lead to the other, and that would remain, because these will be overlapping. And when it is going to be overlapping, it is definitely going to have a problem. Now, what are the causes? When we look at the causes, all these have come through our observations, our records that we have maintained from different students. And from there, we have found this. Many times, many of the delays that we observe are genetic factors. Some are pre and post-natal issues. Sometimes child born has not, the oxygen has not gone, or there is no oxygen in the brain. And suddenly there's convulsion. Suddenly the child has diarrhea. The moment the child is born, suddenly his skin is gone yellow, pale. Now, in these conditions also, it affects the developmental delay, which also later on goes into the learning delay. Also, poor nutrition, food that is provided, if it is not nutritious, even a mother who has not taken nutritious food while she has conceived the baby, or even when the child is born, and if it's not given the proper nutrition for the mind and for the body, then again the delay is going to happen. Lack of psychosocial stimulation. Child is just enclosed in a room. There is no communication. There is no proper, interaction with the child, or is facing a lot of abuse in the house surroundings. In these circumstances also, it leads to developmental delays. So environmental and social economic factors also affect the development in the child. Now, in countries like, let's say, India, Nepal, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, the emphasis is more on the rote learning and early academic rigors, often sidelines physical and psychosocial development. Now, of course, there are cultural taboos which are being followed. Like, it's okay, child will speak when he wants to. Girls are naturally shy. It's okay, let's leave it. Girls will run faster than the boys. These kinds of social cultural taboos that are there also impact the developmental delays because the action is not taken at the appropriate time. Lack of awareness about things and teacher-student ratio, focus of the teacher on the child is sometimes missed. These developmental delays in a natural classroom, when the children are coming, sitting, the teacher is imparting and then is going back. At these certain time, it is very difficult to say how the teacher will check on the things. So individual attention is required here, and then only this problem can be solved. Otherwise, it will lead to complications. Teacher always feels overburdened with curriculum mundanes. Often the tools are not there or time to diagnose these problems are not there. But by this aspect that we are trying to understand, what we are trying to understand is what are these signs that we need to look at? What are these red flags I call? What is it? When we are looking at the age of 3 to 5, children are not speaking full sentences. There is poor balance or not responding to the name. 5 or 7 years, difficulty in writing, reading, poor memory, troubles following instructions, lack of independence in the age of 7 to 9, poor comprehension, low attention spans. Now, these are aspects that we need to look at to understand this learning delay and developmental delay, which I just talked about. Now, when I'm talking about the PMSD approach, which is actually the psychomotor activities. Now, at the end, I will be showing you the video, which will be basically sharing about the program, how it is. But presently, first we'll understand what is this PMSD approach all about. It's basically an amalgamation of the psychomotor activities. Now, when we are looking at the development of children, we know one thing: movement is not just fun. It's how children think. As mentioned by Carla Hanford, he's a neuroscientist and an educator who's talked about it, that we need to bring movement. You know why? In the preschool specifically, you're using clapping, you're using small gestures. Simon, say this, do this, let's do this, let's do that. Why do we do this? We do this so that the attention spans of the children are brought together. That's the main objective. Also, one very important factor which all of us need to know, that by the time the child is 6 years of age, 80% of his brain is already developed. So as preschool teachers, it is very important for us to understand that the human brain, which is undergoing rapid development, needs proper direction during the early childhood. Now, how we can do this? First, we can plan the motor activity through the running activities, jumping, drawing, balancing, which is directly linked to the human brain development. When a child moves, the neural pathway is activated, particularly in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for attention, decision making, and problem solving. So if children are sedentary, are provided with proper motor simulations, this neural architecture remains underdeveloped. So we need to be active enough to plan these neuronal pathways for our children to stop that kind of a delay. A child who is unable to copy, maybe just shapes, whatever that you're writing for the child is a symbol, specifically when the child is in 3 years to 5 years, whatever he is observing, for him, it's an image. You put in with your language that this image is A, or this image is A, or in Hindi, it is Ka. So your language, whatever is it, you draw the attention of the child from the symbol to the language. Now, one who had crawled, you have to understand this, very important. crawling is why we have observed this problem. When we found this problem, we saw that many of the working mothers or fathers, both I would say, they leave the child behind with the daycare centers, and these daycare center people do not allow the child to jump around. They don't allow the child to move around. They just keep the child glued. They ensure that the child is sleeping comfortable on a couch in front of their TV, or in with some sound coming out. The child is understanding that I'm near somebody. Now, this is not what is required for the brain to develop. This leads to difficulty because the left and the right brain coordination does not happen. When the child has not crawled and is not able to take forward, he will face difficulties due to the right and left brain coordination not happening at the right time. It's not just about physically, it's foundation to learning, comprehension, and response also gets affected. So now this PMSD program, what it is all about? It is basically a intervention plan, a layout, which is sensory activities integrated, which help the child to work on his cognitive, which is aligned with the curriculum, and the child responds to it because visually the child is observing. Music is giving the movement, and the teacher is behind who is talking to the child. So the coordination for the left and the right brain is happening, and the child is learning faster. That is the beauty of the PMSD program. So before we teach them to read and write, first we must teach children their body and brains to work in harmony, which is very important, because that's how we will be able to combat this issue which we are observing in the classrooms. Okay, now the next one which we're going is, what are these components of the PMSD program? What does it include and how is it planned? This is one thing which you also are looking at. Now, okay, is my screen not visible? I'm sorry.
To me, it is visible.
It's visible now.
Yeah, very well.
Okay, because I was suddenly I thought that it is not coming.
We are listening to you, and you are doing so wonderfully well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So I continue. So what is this components of the PMSD that we are talking about? The components are the motor development. You can plan activities like balancing beams, crawling tunnels, or obstacle circuits, which develop the gross and fine motor development. Then comes the cognitive boosters, the patterns recognition, sequencing task, the memory game, which enhance the cognitive flexibility. How? You can have the buttoning, you can have the zipping, you can have the lacing, you can have puzzles, and the child needs to understand how you have narrated a story. The child can do the sequencing of what he has listened to, how he would like the story to change. All this can be one way of training the brain to comprehend and act accordingly. Then comes the sensory stimulation, which is again a very important part of the preschool, where you introduce the child to sand play, to clay modeling, textured boards, which build the sensory integration. Then comes the rhythm and the music. So you play action rhymes, you do drumming, you give bongo, you give different instruments, xylophones, clapping, which actually works in improving the timing, the auditory processing. Suna, sunke, the child is listening and responding. And then it also enhances the child's social skills. Along with this, we are also integrating art in their learning. How do we integrate art in their learning? Through movement, drawing, storytelling, with expressions, puppet shows, developing creativity and emotional regulation. When we are connecting them with the stories, they start seeing themselves in those visuals that you're creating in your story. And then they respond. Sometimes they are very excited, they have smile on their face. If they're finding something very sad, they have tears in their eyes. Sometimes they're very cautious. Oh, this shouldn't happen to me. So these kinds of activities are the components of the PMSD that we have just worked upon. The next comes why the psychomotor activities matter. क्यों ये जरूरी है? Why is it important? So basically, it is important. Again, a recap on this. The sensory motor integration is essential for comprehension and expression. The physical movement boosts the brain plasticity and memory. The lack of movement reduces the ability to function, because whatever you are speaking, the child is unable to respond to it, is definitely going to delay his learning in it. Now, what is the scientific backing in this entire thing? As we just talked about, that movement is critical for brain development in the early years, correct? Now, if we look at the different, I'm just sharing a few examples now I would like to share with you the scientific reason behind how the change could be worked out. Now, this was in one of the schools where there was a child who had a wobbling head like this. The child was always wobbling. The child was not able to walk properly, and she was always a ridicule for the others in the class. She was a laughing stock for the others, and that's the reason her attention on the studies went. The child was around 4.5 years old, and child was not able to speak, child was not able to walk, there was no social skills in the child. But when we took the permission of the parents, of course it was a long struggle, as we can understand in the South Asian countries. For a girl child, parents generally do not have a lot of eagerness to ensure that the problems are solved. They just take it, okay, it's okay, she will do it, kar legi. But here I would say the teacher took the initiative, and under my guidance started the activities on the PMSD ground. Now, when the PMSD, these activities were done with her every day, 15 minutes, we started observing change in their social activities. And slowly, we saw her responding to the teacher. Slowly, her legs strengthened. And when her legs strengthened, her neck also stopped wobbling. And when her neck stopped wobbling, she was able to concentrate what the teacher was imparting in the class. And then the child was able to answer, comprehend what teacher was talking, asking, and she started responding. And slowly the child started reading, writing, and everything improved. Now, this one result gave a lot of confidence to us as educator that we can bring a change in a child's life. And of course, the parents gave a lot of blessings to us. And today, whatever we have achieved is because of the blessings that we have received of the child and of course of the parent, because of the change that we were able to bring in that child's life. And this is not just one example. There are immense number of examples of children who were ADHD, children who were, we cannot term them. I wouldn't like to term any child because at that age it is but they were showed symptoms. And when we started working on them, the changes started being observed, and that led to our confidence. And that is how this we were able to implement in the classroom. Also, there was a child who was previously avoiding to talk, very little he was able to speak in the class. But when he started working, in the group, in the physical activities, the PMSD activities, his social skills also increase. So such initiatives, if taken at the right time, will help the teacher to have a wonderful classroom Now, when we have talked about the scientific, we've also now to understand the teacher must be having, those teachers who must be listening to me must be asking, what should I look at? What signs teachers must watch for? First, there is poor coordination, falling frequently, trouble with scissors, not able to sequence things. There's speech clarity, no clarity in the speech. There is comprehension issues. There is inability to sit still or concentrate, always fidgetive, always disturbing the class. Lack of social interaction, not wanting to interact with anybody. Eyes keeping down, not able to, look beyond this aspect at all. No eye contact while talking. His eyes will always be down. No connection with strangers. This is there immediately. The psychologist, the special educator must be notified so that action can be planned. That's how we can work on the developmental delay, which, if not taken care, will lead to learning delays. Now, we go to the next part, that what will be the classroom strategies for you? As teachers, you need to use multi-sensory instructions. Multi-sensory instructions, what is the meaning of this? The meaning behind this is that the teacher should be incorporating movement-based intervention. It doesn't require a major overhaul. Just a mindful shift in the approach is required. Your one approach, change in the approach, will make a difference in one child's life. And that child's life, what you change you will make, will impact the family, the mother, the family. So begin your day with a 10 minutes motor activity, warm up, which could be just stretching exercises also, which you can have, jumping exercises, you can have something which gives, some action to the children. That is what you can plan. Even schools must be also doing joyful learning, must be doing FLN in their class. This can be integrated also. You can integrate this with your teaching also. So use multisensory teaching while writing letters in the air, jumping on numbers mats, clapping syllables. Now suppose I have said air. How many some alphabets were there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. So 3 L's I took, right? Same way, even for phonics, you can plan the similar way. How many sounds did you hear? A, L, A, one sound. P, second sound. L, third sound. So 3. So again, 1, 2, 3. So this way, when you're teaching the children, they tend to learn it better. Observe and document. Now, as teachers, we should always have, if you are observing children who are having these developmental delays, all schools should maintain the referral sheet. It is called a referral sheet. In this referral sheet, whatever is your observation about the child, that should be noted. It should be noted so that the psychologist who is referring to these notes to plan as ISP, that is called individual student plan for development, needs to have these as ready references. Another is that we need to observe what? Behavior, motor control, language use. These are the 3 major things that we should be observing for our child. Second is, the next point is integrate short movement breaks. That is, after every 20 minutes, give some time to the child. You can have some play. Like Simon says, let's jump. Simon says, let's clap. Okay, Simon says, zip your mouth. Now, when we do these activities, it's basically integrating all the short break where you're doing the movement. Movement is happening. Today, chalo, let's do a right hand up. Let's do a left hand up. Let's do right. Let's do left, 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 left. Now, when you're doing this, again, the coordination is happening for the child. The child is balancing between what is listening and then is responding. Encourage peer modeling and cooperative play. Peer modeling means with the friends, the child is copying what the child is doing. One child copying the other, or they're playing together, passing the ball. Okay, one child will throw the ball to the other and will say right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right. And the child has to catch the ball with that particular. When you're doing this, you're again helping on the neural path. Avoid labeling. As teachers, it is very important for us to be very positive that we can bring a change. We shouldn't be labeling the child that he's a dyslexic, he's a ADHD, he's not able to do it, he's got dyscalculia. No, we are not going to do any of these things. We as educators are only going to think about our approach and our change that we will be bringing in the child. So this is something that we need to plan for our classrooms, which is very important. The next part that we have to do is, of course, as teachers, the next part for all of us is the assessment tool. Now here, we have taken Denver Development Screening Test. Also, we can have the ABLE worksheets. ABLE worksheets, as I said, for example, let's say we have, in the preschool, you have told a story. Let's take a story of, let's say, the thirsty crow. This is a common story that all of you are using, and you have been, I have been also telling in many of my sessions, that this is a simple thing, so it is easy for you to understand also. Now, let's say like a crow is there who's very thirsty. He's searching for water. It's a very hot, humid day. The crow is flying and going to a tall tree. From there, he sees a pot on the ground. He comes on the ground, he sees the pot, he perches himself on the pot, he sees very little water. Then he has an idea. So this story, when it is narrated, what are we observing? That the child's numerical skills, literacy skills, concept skills can be developed, where we can try to assess in the same story whether the child's abilities have developed or not. So this observation checklist also can be prepared.
Please
That did the
unmute.
child draw
Mute your
or
mic.
paint?
You are talking.
Did the child draw or paint as per the guidelines given? Was he out? Did he understand was it a hot day or what is a cold day? Did the child count how many pebbles in the pot and how many pebbles outside? Were there many crows in the story? Now, when you are doing this, you are making your questionnaires accordingly, and then you're doing the assessment for the child. And then this way you come to know whether the child's learning abilities have developed or not. Also, when you're looking at the other aspects, that is the physical development, what are we observing? Whether he is able to follow the instructions, whether he is able to jump with both his feet, whether he is able to run, whether he is able to stop, whether he is able to walk as per the guidelines of the spatial directions given. In these conditions, you will observe that the child is doing it, he's developed. If he is not able to do it, that means we need to plan the interventions to reduce the problem. I always say one thing very clearly, that this program of PMSD is not something which is going to tell you that it is going to eliminate the problem. It will reduce the problem. It will give a new leash to the child, that this is one way to combat the issue. The classroom engagement, we just talked about the different scales that we can adopt in the classroom. And this has to be a daily activity. 15 minutes, not more than that. 15 to 20 minutes is sufficient to ensure that the child's development aspect is being taken care. So these are the assessment tools that I talked about. Now, the role of the teacher in the early interventions, where we have to see that it is a continuous observation. It's not a one-day activity that we want, okay, I'll do it one day, once a month. No, it is a continuous process. We need to do without the cooperation of the school, the parents. It is something which is not. So how do we do it? So we need to plan a workshop where parents are guided about it. What is this all about? How this is going to help their children. Now, once you have convinced them, then you need to plan how you to involve the parent into this, how you have to give home assignments to the child, so that those activities need to be a continuous. For example, concentration. If the child has issues where the child is not sitting in one place, this is not something that only one teacher who's taking the child to the PMSD ground will solve the problem. This is a continuous process. The occupational therapy has to continue not only in the school but also at home, which has to be regulated. And again, the parent need to keep a checklist of what is the improvement, how much activities have been done. These then have to be shared with the special educator or the psychologist who takes care to understand whether it is going in the right direction, whether it is not overdue of things. All these things also need to be regulated. So the role of the teacher is not just doing it, needs to bridge with awareness to the parent and the school both. Then initiate early referrals for intervention. As I said, if early referrals are shared with the people, the concerned people who are going to plan the intervention, things become easy. Use of this the individual educational plan, or called the ISP, both ways are something which is then can be done, because all children will not fall into this category. It is something, but it is going to be benefit to the entire class. Mind you, it is not just something which we need to plan for the children who are, if it is done for the others also, it is going to sharpen their brains. So it is something that the school can adopt and plan for them also. So you can integrate this PMSD into your curriculum. Align movement-based learning with subjects. For example, maths through jumping patterns. Schedule weekly PMSD sessions. Track students' behavior pre and post activities. So when you do these activities for the children, you are integrating. It's all learning in fun way. Movement, music, fun. Because when a child is happy, there will be better learning in the class. And to top it off, the cherry on the cake is when you are involving the parents. Home activities, need to plan the booklets, where simple motor and cognitive tasks need to be given. Parent workshops need to be organized. Encourage creative and movement play at home. Reinforce routine and screen-free engagement. For these children specifically, keeping them away from screen is a big challenge, because they get into a system where they are into a virtual world, which is very harmful for them, because they need to respond and give responses. Otherwise, what is cooking in here will take them to a very wrong direction. So as the educators who are listening to me, you need to plan perspectives towards the growth. So the cultural norms often suppress signs of delays. So we need to create awareness for that among teachers, parents. The module need to be adopted to local language and culture. Community-based screening and support network needs to be planned by you. The new pathway is set for you to follow, where developmental and learning delays are manageable with early interventions. Movement-based psychomotor learning is critical from the age of 3 to 9 years. PMSD offers an evidence-based solution. Educators help the power to make a difference. So this is something which I have shared with you all. And I would also like you all to understand a few small things which, if time permits, I would
Yes,
love.
sure.
Okay, so I would also like to share just now there is a video which I would like to share with you all. The PMSD program, which will be very useful to you all, because if you would like to adapt, of course, a few things you may learn by observing, but if you want to really adopt it, definitely how I can be reached, ma'am knows. And if you all are really interested about it, we are always there and we can be, working together on this and taking it ahead. Just a minute. I need to take my video. I need to share this.
PMSD program.
Can you see that?
Perceptual Motor Skill Development Program refers to the child's developing ability to interact.
Yes, we can hear.
Combining use of the senses and motor skills.
Can you see
It
it?
is the combination of sensory skills and motor skills.
I'll start.
Yes, we can see also. Can you just make it a bit bigger? The screen, the PPT, I mean. Okay. I think whatever is done, it's fine.
The Motor Skill Development Program refers to the child's developing ability to interact with the environment, combining use of the senses and motor skills. It is the combination of sensory skills and motor skills that allow a person to synchronize body movement. The early intervention helps better growth of developmental domains. PMSD program has been designed with this objective to support the teachers and simplify their studies.
So, I would like to say my thank you to the schools. I'll take this opportunity to say thank you to 7 Square Academy, to my Sanskriti World School, to GCC International School for giving me this opportunity to bring this goodness for our children. Thank you so much. And thank you for listening to me.
Some questions will be there.
Please. You can ask, I will answer.
Yeah, actually, I will like to know whether this kind of a teaching learning for those differently abled children or just normal children also, they are having these kind of delaying, their
Madam, the program is beneficial. I have already shared that the program is not only beneficial for the children, those who have developmental delays, but it is also beneficial for the children who are developing. See, every child is developing. A 3-year-old child, if they are given these activities and if there is developmental delay, we as teachers can observe and identify and immediately plan intervention. But if the child is bright, this is only going to develop him further and develop his muscles, develop his cognitive abilities.
Right. So, like you had shown us one video. So, this video was your this thing, like you are having some kind of a classes or something like that. I
No,
would like
madam.
to-
No.
Yeah.
In any school that I have worked, I have contributed by giving this to the school. This
Okay.
is a patent educational tool that I have got from the government. It is patented and it is in Richa Kumar's name.
Okay.
It can be used by anybody who would love
Yeah.
to take it and take it ahead and let it bring benefit to the children.
Now there is one request from you.
Yes.
That 11th and 12th we are having our program, and we want you to be our honorable keynote speaker on this subject, because we are having Sri Lankans and Indians over there. So many people will get benefited. It is in Bandodkar College. Please think over it.
Sure, let me see, ma'am. If any possibility, I will definitely make it.
Yeah, either 11th or 12th. There are 2 days.
I'll work it out, ma'am. I'll work it out.
Yeah,
Where is it?
that
You told
also.
me which place in Mumbai?
Bandodkar College, Thane. Thane will be, I think, nearer to you.
Yes, no, I will be on Sunday in that area. I'll have to check it out.
Sunday. So Monday and Tuesday we are having these 2.
I'll just work it out, ma'am. I'll see how I can
Okay.
manage for a few hours and maybe then I can go back.
Yes, and your topic was not that easy to comprehend, and it has not yet come among the general topics which we are taking in the trainings, right? So I don't know that if there are any questions from the teaching fraternity in Sri
If
Lanka.
there is anything, they can put it up in the chat. I would love to answer.
Yeah. Chat. They can put in the up in the chat, and they can ask questions also. Is
If
there
definitely.
anybody? Kamal Goda, sir?
Yeah,
He was-
ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. It is a very wonderful session. It is a more important for all the teachers. Ma'am, actually, I think all the teachers got a lot of points to handle their children. I asked from the Sri Lankan teachers to taste, if you want to ask any question, this is time for that. The teachers, you can ask any question from any language. ඔගොල්ලෝ මොනවද ආන නැත්තම් හරිනෑනේ. අපේ ටීචර්ස්ලා
there is a language barrier, but they had seen the PPT, they have understood it.
ඔගොල්ලෝ
And
අහන්න ප්‍රශ්න දෙක තුනක් නැත්තම් හරිනෑනේ.
because my questions are different, but their questions will be genuine, what they are facing in the classrooms.
Correct.
And
Sirosha
that's
teacher.
why I have invited
Yes, sir.
you, yeah.
Hey, ask.
Namaste,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I have listened your lecture, ma'am. Very wonderful. There are activities actually we not doing, but I thought to do our school also those implement activities. Very fun. Children also will be very like, because there is a colorful and play activity for them.
Correct. They will
Yeah.
learn in a playful way.
Yeah, playful way. The main thing is playful way. Mean they are learning more.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Your thoughts and everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
They have to open up,
Yes, I
a
can
new
see that.
platform for them, but we'll keep on doing all these things, and you have to come to Sri Lanka also.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Because-
We welcoming you to Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll call you after some time.
Any other teachers? Any other teachers?
Ask questions, whatever is coming to your mind.
Shirasha, ask, inform the teachers to ask any language, then you can translate it to the English.
Madam is very busy, yes.
Teachers letter ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න පුළුවන්. සිංහලෙන් උනත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ, අහන්න teachers ප්‍රශ්න. මයික් එක on කරන්න පුළුවන් මං හිතන්නේ හැමෝටම.
Kindly translate what she
Yeah,
has asked.
Tarushi?
සරුෂි teacher feedback එකක් දෙන්න.
Yeah, Ajanta teacher.
Good evening, teacher. Ma'am, I would like to ask, I saw those activities you use step on activities. Those kind of activities did. I painted on the floor for my kids.
Very nice.
But teacher, it's not durable. We use lacquer like that paint. Can I ask which kind of materials you use for those activities for durable way?
It is simple. We have done painting only. It is painting on the floor. What you have done, the same painting we have done. It is nothing. Oh, recently, we also did one thing. We created it on a mat. The same was created on the mat. In many schools, I have done that also, where we have created a mat and we have used it. So, but then the impact is much better when it is on the floor, because the pressure that happens, with the hands and the legs, which is on the floor, gives better results than on the mats.
Yes, ma'am. We use on the floor while they are going for the hand wash activity. Because before their breakfast, we put step 1, 2, 3 up to 5. After that, frog jump like that we put. They enjoy after going.
Yes. That's nice. So basically now you must have understood what is the significance, the scientific point that why we should do it.
Yeah. They practice counting and they enjoy those activities. So we saw all the kids while going up to the tap, they jump step by step and they those activities. It's I thought I saw it's a good activity for that. But those paints one while they are putting steps soonly removing. That's why I asked from you what are the things you use.
No, but when the children are on that ground, they don't wear shoes. They have to keep their shoes off. The things, because after the paint there is a layer that is put on the ground so that the shine is there and it doesn't come out. The paint doesn't come out. There's some chemical that is added.
No, ma'am. We use a walking path. They use shoes. That's
no, we don't allow. Specifically, wherever we have used, we have kept an enclosed room, which is quite big. You must have seen just now in the image. So similar big space is given for the child where they are able to interact and express themselves on the ground.
Yeah. So that's why that remove. Thank you, ma'am. We want to keep that in my mind. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good question, right?
Good.
Anyone
Thank you.
else?
Any other questions? Siddhi Lebbe, any other questions? Any other questions?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
What is developmental delay? Can you explain it?
Oh, sure. What is developmental delay for a teacher is to observe that the milestones of children, are they there or not? Have they achieved it or not? For example, if you have a 3-year-old child coming to your classroom, what you need to observe? 1, is the child having a eye contact with you? Is the child listening to you? Is the child responding to you? Is the child ready to interact and come close to you? Is the child listening and developing something of his own and narrating? Is he jumping? Is he clapping? All these are milestones that you have to achieve. If that child is not able to do it, that means there is a developmental delay on which intervention needs to be planned.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Very
so much.
good answer. As a parents also, I think they should know all these things.
Of
Am I
course,
right,
all ma'am, even for parents, workshops, when we initiated this in 2009, 7 Square Academy gave me an opportunity to start workshop for parents.
Wow.
And at that time, we were keeping, and more than 200 parents would attend the workshop.
I'll encourage this now in the educational circle. People are
No, this is something very essential, ma'am, because then
Yes,
only
yes.
the parents are able to, take this change. Otherwise,
Yes,
they
yes.
are themselves into a lot of confusion. Whether their decision is correct, whether the child is going correct or not. That interaction is because today they are all in nuclear families, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
They have no one to whom they can interact and resolve their issues. A
That's right.
grandmother sitting at home, if the person is not educated in that specific field, again will not be something that the parent also, an educated parent has a lot of logical mind. So they are
Yes.
not going to, listen also to those grandparents.
Yeah. And I remember in our times, we didn't have all these things. They have not come up
Yes.
so well. So like some
Correct.
children, good children, they have grown up to be very intelligent. They were having some delays. They could not speak. So when the two mothers were just meeting, they were telling, see, this boy is so smart, he's speaking, and my child is not able to speak. And my child is not able to stand, and he's running. So we were having that much knowledge, and they were stammering, some of them, and some of them were even sucking their thumbs at that time. So maybe
The
that's
sensory integration is not developed.
Yes, yes. So that was really wonderful, and thank you to you. And I will give it
Thank
to
you, madam.
Mr.
I,
Kamal Goda, who is
Rashmi
the
ma'am,
yes,
ma'am,
sir.
I would like to invite one of our teachers to thanks for both of you. Ma'am, Rashmi ma'am, Sirosha teacher, you can thanks to the both Rashmi Tyagi ma'am and today presenter. Actually, I want to add the one word because due to this lecture series, actually we want to thanks to the Rashmi Tyagi ma'am for her effort to make the very successful lecture series for Sri Lankan teachers. That's why all the Sri Lankan teachers love, respect to the Rashmi Tyagi ma'am as their mother. Sirosha
Yes,
teacher,
sir.
you can thanks to all.
Yeah,
And
yes,
now
sir.
we'll include her also. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
ma'am,
You will be coming.
Rashmi ma'am, sir told one truth. We are loving as a mother you. Actually, and we
know.
are a big fan for you.
Honored. I am
I am,
honored.
especially I am. I am
And
big fan of you.
Richa ma'am also we want to embrace in our group because I have seen her how well she's talking about, and she's having so many her own setups where she's researching and helping in many other fields. Like madam, can I talk about that only 1 or 2 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Richa ma'am, that you are doing for these people also.
Acha, my Disha Bodh.
Yes, it's a little bit, 2 minutes. You can please talk
Okay.
about that.
Now, I have initiated a small initiative which is for the underprivileged children. From last 13-14 years, this institution is picking children from the streets, picking up children who are working. I educate them at a center. Earlier, I was doing it, and now I have my co-friends who are having the same thought. They have joined hand with me, and we are educating these children. We are bringing them in the mainstream of education. We are giving them technical degrees and ensuring that they get into jobs. So we have successful story of Disha Bodh where girls and boys, they are nurses, they are working as tally executives or supervisors or immense other number of jobs that they have taken up, and they're doing very well. So there's a Facebook page also of Disha Bodh, which we are running, and this institution is doing some small service to the humankind, that whatever good we can do for people, we are trying to do that.
Genders, about genders also,
That's
please.
not a small kind of service. That's a great work. No, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So I'm requesting her to talk 1 or 2 sentences on gender things you are doing.
Okay. Also, I would like to give a little emphasis on the male, female, and transgender aspect, which is something very important. I'm trying to reach, the right person where we can bring these children also into our center and we can start educating them to find a sustainable income instead of seeing them on the streets. That's
That
one of my
salute
dreams
to you
that
that
I am working
you're
on, and I
including
would love to.
transgenders.
Thank you.
Salute to you.
Thank you. So
So that's what I wanted our Sri Lankan part of group of teachers to know, that she's working on transgenders to make their life better, just not sitting at home, but they should come and work with others, right?
absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for your great presentation. Thank you very much, ma'am. Namaste.
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 Namaste. Namaste.
Richa ma'am, thank you so much. You are coming on 11th or 12th, okay? I'll send you
give
the
my
invitation.
best. Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Okay,
Thank
good
you.
night. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.